Hello, welcome back to a new devlog. This is devlog number 3, I believe, and today we're gonna continue with the speech to text. So, what did we do last time? Right, we did this. So, this needs to run once. We need to get the latest audio from the recording. Right, so that basically meant that, right, whenever this runs, it starts the microphone from start, which takes a moment, but this checks whenever I press the button, which it should do afterwards. So we need to take this command and put it afterward after we have set up the microphone, but then we also need to get the latest audio from the recording. So if this is like the timeline from when we start recording, here we start recording, record, and then let's say I'm pressing the button here, press button. That means that, that actually just means that we need to make a timestamp here. We need to make a timestamp here, and then when I stop pressing the button, stop, that means that we want to get this area. So what we do is we take the recording, the full recording, and then we subtract, or rather we take only part that is from the timestamp to the present moment, so now. And that is basically it, and then we set that as, then we move that into the SR, speech recognition. Great. So let's do that. Okay, so first of all, we need to start recording, which is what we're doing here. Then we need to check for the press, which we're doing with this command. So let's move it over here. There we go. Then after I press the button, we want to remember the timestamp, right? We don't actually want to start this process. We just want to create a timestamp, and then we're checking when we're stop pressing it. Okay, so this process right here should not even be inside this, because we already have this which checks, which has a while function which checks whenever the push to talk event is set. So whenever the push to talk is not set, aka when we release the button, this will stop running. So I actually don't need this. This needs to be somewhere else, where I just remember the timestamp. So I could actually have this inside this code, and I think that would make it more compact. So we take, let's see here. So when I press the button, it's gonna show printing. This thing is going to happen regardless. The time.sleep needs to be within the while true loop. I think I actually have to set up the microphone before the whole while true loop, like so. And then, so we're listening into the local microphone, and then it runs a while true function that checks whenever I press the button, and then creates a timestamp. Timestamp, puts time, let's just say it like that, or time.time. And then this time.sleep needs to happen at the end of this while true loop, and that happens every time. Okay, then we have the while event.ready event is set. So this is basically checking when it's stopped pressing the button. So right, if I haven't pressed it, it just goes through the while loop and goes to times.sleep. If I press it, the timestamp starts, or this code starts, and we get the timestamp, and then it goes into this loop. Yeah, it should go into this loop. I mean, technically, if it's already here, the code is, if I press the button while the code is here, it could technically run this without creating the timestamp. I don't know if that's possible, but because we have the time sleep after all. Well, we'll see if it works. It will probably work 90% of the time anyways. Okay, so I press the button, the while, and this checks when I release it. If I don't release it, it's just gonna get more data into the temp WAV file. And then the last step is to, when it stops, we need to get a new timestamp for the now, for the present. Okay, but where are we using that timestamp? We're using it, so we're getting the recording. Okay, this is where it's tricky, because we have temp.wav as a file, but this only starts when I press the button. So when I release it, everything should just be on temp.wav. We shouldn't even need this. Yeah, we shouldn't even need this. And everything should just work, right? This could work. I don't know if it will work multiple times though, but we'll see. Okay, so let's start 5. There we go. And then we just start the main. So we're getting a lot of alsa and jack here, which means that the mic is on, which is good. And then we could probably let's just trace. Can you hear me?
This is a text-based conversation, so I don't have the ability to hear audio inputs. Can I help you with something else, or are you testing the voice response feature?
Okay, right. Sophia still believes it's a text-based conversation, which makes sense. I haven't told her that she can hear me. Okay, let's try saying hello with the voice command. Hello?
Error! I didn't understand that intent.
Hello?
It seems like there's no specific request or question being asked here. If everything is working as expected, that's good news.
Okay, so let's stop the program. If we look, here's when I press the button the first time. So it says, okay, so we're getting a lot of alsa and jack here, which means that the mic is all. Okay, this is what I said before. So that means that the mic actually starts listening in here, and then this code it doesn't take from the present, it takes from the past. It takes from when the mic started listening. So what we basically have to do is we have to make sure that when we're getting from source, we get the latest source. So it starts listening from source right there. Start listening here. So how can we do that? So this starts the microphone. Then we need to set it so that we remove the past of the source and create a new source. Okay, so let's ask ChatGPT. So wait, we are actually removing from source when we have gotten file. So save audio to WAV, get raw data. Somewhere the audio disappears. I'm thinking it might be the get raw data that does that. So what if we turned off, or we run get raw data once just to remove the, we run it once, and then this is tricky. I don't know where the code pauses, but I shouldn't need to know that, because if I take this recognizer listens to the source, which is everything that I've said, and then when it recognizes that I've said something, it takes that and makes it into a file. So if I were to do this and then immediately delete it, this is still not a good way to do it. Can I clear it and continue to listen only after my line code? Here we're listening to the source. Go here, continue listen but clear previous input, audio rs.listen. So listen will clear previous input. So all we have to do, it says that it does that, but it doesn't actually do that, because if it would do that, this listen would, you can flush it by recording for a short period and discarding it. Could try this. And then we'll set the flush beginning here. Okay, let's try that. Hello?
It's good to see you're starting the day. How can I assist you today?
Okay, now it worked, but that's because I didn't say anything before. So wait, does it work now? Hello? Okay.
Running schedule.ext.
Okay, it doesn't work. Okay. It listens to everything, and when I press the button, it takes my first sentence since the last one. Okay, so that's how it works. Still, that is not what I want. What if we remove this? I'm not sure what that does. We want to run this once though. Raise time limit. It's a timeout of 1 second. So it will take 1 second before it starts listening. Okay, let's try that. Okay, you should not be able to hear this. Hello? Oh.
It's good to see you're starting the day. Would you like to continue from where we left off or start something new?
It seems like it works this time. Hello? No.
It looks like we're at a point where we can continue with your scheduled tasks.
It does not work. It does not work. Okay, so we can try this. So now it listens for a very brief moment, which is just to flush the system. And we have it in a try and accept statement, just to have if we have nothing to flush. I don't think that will happen, but whatever. Then we try to listen again. Let's see if this works. I don't have my hopes up, but we'll see. Hello? Have to wait for initialization first. Okay, you should not be able to hear this. Can you hear this?
No process running.
Okay, intent is really weird. Why did you think I needed to stop the code? Anyways, that's another problem. Okay, you should not be able to hear this. You should not be able to hear this. That's not correct, because that's what I said in the beginning. So that means it still doesn't flush the system. Yeah, I probably don't need that. Why? Okay, here they have a flush microphone function. So we flush it and then we listen. Makes sense. What is in here then? So we got end time equals time, current time plus duration, and duration is 0.1. So this current time plus 0.1. So while current time is less than end time, so for 0.1 seconds, it's going to listen to the source for 0.1 seconds, 0.01 seconds. So it does it 10 times, basically. So now I'm listening 10 times. The loop continues to read tiny chunk and discard stuff. Duration can be tuned. 0.1 to 0.2 seconds is usually enough. This ensures that when you call the real listen, it's not getting old audio. Option 2, listen in background, discard audio. Discord callback, r/listen in background. This creates a temporary background listener that discards audio. Wait a short moment to flush the buffer. Flush. Okay, so I'm flushing constantly. That's not a bad idea. And very effective for flushing buffers. I do like this idea. So wait, why do I need to wait? Wait a short moment. I don't think I actually need that. But yeah, okay. So this should work. Discard callback. Recognize your audio. Okay, so I just need to have a function here. This is okay, kind of weird, but alright, so how do we integrate it? First, we need this function. Let's put it here. And then we need to adjust for noise. We're doing that already, I think. Maybe I'm not doing that. Oh well, we can do it later. And then we have the stop flush, which is going to be run. Here it says that stop flush is this, but this is actually a function that listens in the back, but when we run it, it stops the background flushing. Okay, whatever you say, man. So if I'm understanding this correctly, we start by having a stop flush, which is the nicer, and then we do this whenever I click the button. So set in try here, and we don't need this anymore, and we start listening here. Great. And then when we're done with everything, we should make a new stop flush, I think. So when we're done with everything, when this while loop has finished, create a new flush. Okay, let's try it. Okay, we're getting a bunch of errors. Exception in thread back. This audio source is already inside a context manager. I've never seen that error before. This comes from speech recognition microphone. It means trying to open and use the same microphone source twice at the same time. I'm running this while true. Yeah, so this, I think it's this thing. So maybe I have to create an if statement if it doesn't work multiple times. So let's try it again. You should not be able to hear this. Can you hear this? Oh wait, wrong button. Can you hear this? Wait, I got an error. Got the same error again. Alright, we should probably end the video soon. Wait, organize your listen background, flush, stop flush. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. Well, we'll see in the next devlog if I manage to solve it. Alright, see ya.